Welcome back, y'all. So, as you saw from the title, I quit travel nursing simply because I have a new job. Remember in the last video, I'll link it. Well, I'm not gonna link it because I don't know how to do all that just yet. But I be hearing people say that. But could just go on my channel and look at my prior video. It's only one more because I'm only on number 2. But yeah, so I quit travel nursing. Won't say I quit, but I quit because I'm about to be an NP. So I worked my last shift last Saturday as a nurse practitioner as a travel nurse. And I actually picked up a shift the next day as a registry nurse. And for those of you who don't understand what that is, I'll kind of explain it here. So there are so many different types of positions you can take as a nurse. So as a staff nurse, of course, most people do that, especially right out of nursing school. I was working at a hospital near my home, and I was in the ICU, and I worked there for a little over 2 years. And then I started doing travel nursing. So with travel nursing, you can do local contracts. A lot of people don't know that. You can do local. You have to be, I think it's like 70 miles from your home or something like that. And so the place that I worked was just right there, like 69 miles actually, but they let it slide, and so did I. I did travel nursing local. I haven't done a contract like out of state. Don't plan on it because I like being at home with my family. But if you want to, then of course you can do that. So I did that, and then I was doing that for the last 2.5 years. So almost 3 years, I guess. I did staff nurse, then I did travel nurse, and then at the same time, I also was a nurse educator. I taught at the universities that I went to, and then now I'm doing registry as well. So as a staff nurse or as a travel nurse or as just a regular, well, not a regular person, but you have to be a nurse, you can do registry nursing. So most companies require you to have at least 6 months to a year of experience before you do registry. A lot of them require 1 to 2 years. So you'll of course do the research in your state and then go from there if you want to do registry nursing. When I say registry, if you don't know what that means, it's you can basically tell them, hey, I'm available to work tomorrow at certain hospitals that you registered at. And they'll say, oh yes, we have a need. Hospitals always have a need. So they'll be like, oh, we have a need and we need you to come and work tonight or tomorrow, whatever day you're signing up for. And you're like, great. The thing I love about it is I'm not scheduled, so I can pick up when I wanna. It's not like I have a requirement or a commitment to this place. And so I can sign up and say I'm gonna work that one day and then don't go back for a month if I don't want to. It depends on how you schedule it. And then another thing that I like about it is you can schedule yourself to work like that day, and then say tomorrow, if I say I'm gonna work tomorrow, and then something comes up like I don't want to go, or my kid had something and I forgot about it, or I need to take them to the doctor or something that happened. I have until like 5:00 p.m. to cancel, to say, hey, never mind, I don't want to work, I'm not coming. And that's for morning or night. So whichever one, you will be working the day. If you're on day shift, then you have 5:00 in the morning to call. And then if it's night, of course, you have 5 p.m. to call. So that's one thing I love about travel or registry nursing, sorry. And then you also have what's called per diem nursing. So per diem is where you're hired on by a hospital, but it's kind of like a happy medium between being a staff nurse and being registry. And so with per diem nursing, what you would do is you, depending on where you work, of course, they have different requirements for different hospitals. And so you will say, if you worked at a hospital that required you to work 4 shifts in 6 weeks, some of them require 6 in 6 weeks, and then you just give them your availability and they book you for those days. I've never done per diem nursing. I know a lot of nurses that have. I think I like just having one strong commitment to a place, like being a staff nurse or even a travel nurse when I'm working a contract. And then I go ahead and do registry because I can pick up when I want to. I don't want to be required to work so many shifts, in a certain amount of time, especially because I'm staff or travel and I'm working 3 days a week anyway, unless I take months off, which I do at a time. And that's another story for another day. Because you make, good money, and so you can take a break from the stress of being a bedside nurse and all that comes with it, especially in the ICU during COVID. I remember one time we had a code blue situation where there were like 3 codes at once, and the doctor was giving orders to everybody at one time because 3 patients were coding, and they were just standing out in the hallway giving orders. And it was very, very crazy. Yeah, so you have to deal with a lot in the ICU or in nursing in general. And so with that, I will say that I just took breaks, mental breaks. I needed time to myself. I lost people that I loved during COVID, not to COVID, and so, yeah, I just needed time to like reset and just be, in their memory or whatever. But yeah, so that's per diem, kind of in a gist. So you're kind of like a staff nurse, but you're only required to work 1 shift every so often. And of course they pay you a little more because you're not benefited. And when I say benefited, you're not getting any insurance or things like that through that company. And then lastly, I'm going into my NP role, as I mentioned before. And so in my next video, I plan to basically go over like prepping for my first day. I'm trying to see if I want to do a video between this one and that one. I think I do. So, but anyway, the prepping for my first day would include like the books that I have, the binder that I'm making for myself with little cheat sheets and things like that. I'm gonna do practicing on some sutures from this little kit. One second. I already opened it up and took everything out, but this little kit, I don't know if you guys can see because I can't see, but I got it on Amazon, and it basically comes with like sutures, of course. It comes with this little pamphlet that tells you like the types of sutures and what you would use, the needles and things like that. And then it has this little doohickey. Basically it's supposed to like kind of resemble skin. It's soft, not I would say it's more like a cadaver than just like regular human skin, but it's usable. And I'm going to practice suturing on this with the tools, of course, that were supplied within the within the kit. So you have everything there. I'll go over what everything is when we're using it. And of course they also gave like a bag of needles, and the thread is already there and all that. So yeah, we'll go over suturing. We'll discuss like x-rays. I'm not proficient just yet. I have been looking at x-rays and able to diagnose different breaks and things like that I've seen. And then of course I look at chest x-rays all the time because I'm in the ICU and my patients come in with pneumonia, community acquired, sometimes they get hospital acquired pneumonia while they're in, aspiration pneumonia, all kinds. And then tuberculosis, of course, diagnosed with x-ray and things like that. So we'll go over some of those. And then EKG, I won't go in depth, but yeah, I'll just show you the book that I'm using to be prepared for those. And of course I did that too, being an ICU nurse. And then I'll show you guys other online references and websites that I like to use and that I will be using in my new role. So if you guys have any questions or wanted to just tell me something, or if I can help, or if you thought about something that you want to see me talk about as a travel nurse or registry nurse or per diem, I could actually have one of my friends. She was a per diem nurse. She has a YouTube channel. Her name is Kelly Kale. If you wanted to discuss like per diem nursing or something like that, she's also a travel nurse. I could have her on the channel and then we could go from there. So let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. I don't know why I said that. I might delete it, but no. Okay, bye.